Now we do have one public forum today, and it's on the Opawaho Heathcote River stormwater, and I welcome Genevieve Robinson to come and address the meeting. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Good, welcome.
Thank you. I do have a few props here, if anyone wants to look at any. There's lots of pegs.
And thank you for all the slides that you've sent through,
Oh,
Genevieve.
okay.
We've had
There's
a look
lots
at them.
of combs and things, but you're welcome to have a look. These are actually plastic noodles you might like to look at.
What did you say they are? Plastic noodles?
Plastic noodles, they're the raw building block for all plastics.
Oh.
They come in a variety of colours and shapes. So basically that is the crux of this conversation and talk today, along with some of the things you'll see on the slides. Right, in front of you you'll see a whole series of pegs. It's been handed round, and I'll just start my talk now. We as a community have a complete disconnect between microplastics in the environment and the conservation of marine mammals and seabirds. During my time working in and as a marine and freshwater volunteer, I have not only witnessed the seriousness of accumulated plastics at the Fox River landfill disaster, which I attended. I have been actively documenting varied distribution of raw plastic noodles, microplastics and marine waste in our own city waterways and bays. In August of this year, I was asked to participate in the collection of samples of noodles, which you see, the tiny wee raw plastics, and microplastics on the South Shore Spit. Sorry, that's just a... I met with Raquel from Algalita South Pacific, a New Zealand affiliate of the US-based Ocean Gyre Plastic Monitoring Group, Algalita Marine Research. We spent 2 hours collecting these samples, which were then sent to the US to be tested for PCBs and other harmful chemicals and bacterium. Although we are yet to receive results of these tests, which are now part of a worldwide research project and initiative, we do have similar results from other projects across the globe, which I have been distributed to you all. The Avon Heathcote Estuary, South Shore Spit and beaches of Sumner and New Brighton are somewhat unique. The tidal waters and surrounding shoreline host a number of wildlife, such as the godwits, which come to rest, nest and forage, and an increase in sightings of Hector's dolphins in the estuary itself. It is evident that the plastics found within the estuary boundary are stemming from stormwater drains and outlets, and we know this because we can identify the differences and characteristics between these plastics, which have spent many months at sea, to those found in this South Shore area, in the overall colour, texture, shape, and whether or not the item is washed up intact. You see on the map here there's a highlighted red circle. This is what they call a hotspot, and this is coming from the United States. They are wanting to target this area for PCBs in particular, which we know is there's a local dump site of PCBs stemming from about the 1970s. So the items we're finding most commonly are bottle tops, both plastic and metal, hair combs fully intact, clothes pegs, garment tags, plastic noodles of all colours, industrial glues, lids and bases, bread tags, small toys such as soldiers, wheels from toy cars, tin cans, complete bottles, ice cream spoons, wound tape, complete with tape, biros and hair ties. Items found normally on a beach coming from the sea are so different. They might be plastic noodles, which is common, nylon rope from fishing, such as lobster nets, small plastics, toy spades, handles from plastic buckets, and various broken plastics, and especially tailing rings from lambing season. In the past 10 years, there has been an increased need to research and document plastic ingestion in wildlife. That's me collecting a peg, excuse me. This is from a 40-minute beach clean. This is like 4 or 5 times that in real life. Although we as a country need to change our thinking surrounding the use of plastics, there needs to be a clear pathway to change at both local and regional levels. We need to integrate the technology that is already available, such as the litter trap, which is retrofitted into the intake and outlets of storm drain networks, and embrace this as a new norm at infrastructure level. I have emailed to the group a number of articles of research which should be read alongside this talk. In particular, the research which highlights the impacts of plastic injection on aquatic life and local seabirds. We in Christchurch are in a position of great privilege. With privilege comes responsibility. We are surrounded by a unique environment which is the chosen habitat of many endangered marine mammals and seabirds. Many of us still walk our dogs and enjoy looking out to sea, but we just can't carry on the way we do.
Sorry, Genevieve, your 5 is up. So
Yeah,
can you
I've
round
got one
up?
sentence.
Excellent.
Okay.
Yeah, good girl.
Sorry, there's usually an alarm bell at like 4. Sorry, I was waiting for that.
That was me.
Sadly, I spend far too much of my own time looking down and not enjoying the beaches because too many people walk past these things. What we need to do as a city is not only accessible, it's now urgent. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much for coming in
Sorry,
and
just a
presenting that so well to us, and also for pointing out a possible solution that we just need to find funding for if we want to implement litter traps. It sounds like a good prevention, but
Yeah.
of course the best prevention is stopping people doing it in the first place. Thank you very much.
Okay.